YouTube. I am here today with my son, Zachariah. Say hello, Zachariah. Okay, the reason why I'm actually doing this video is because I want to have a little story time. Okay, last night, oh, you can't really see me. That sucks. Oh, okay, you can see me now. Anyway, last night, my daughter actually had a seizure last night, and that's my baby girl. And I was totally scared. I was actually laying in the bed, finally had went to sleep, and I felt my daughter like shaking. So I was like, "Oh my gosh!" She's having a seizure. The reason how I knew is because my other three actually had seizures also when they were smaller. So I knew what she was having. But hers was a little different. Whenever she had her seizure, normally you have the seizure and then, with my other children, they respond like right after by crying or something. But unlike her, she didn't do anything. So it just freaked me out. She was crying. She had spit coming out of her mouth. Well, not crying. I'm sorry. She was actually had spit coming out of her mouth, and she was just looking into space. And normally, with my other kids, normally they follow me with their eyes, but this particular time she did not do anything. She was just staring off into space, and she had the spit drilling. So it freaked me out. So I immediately called 911. I was so scared, so paranoid. I'm pretty sure your parents, people with children know exactly what I was going through because when I tried to call, I was so worried about her that I kept forgetting the stupid number. Although I knew the number was 911, I kept forgetting the actual number. And every time I would try to call them, I would be so scared with her, I would forget to call. Well, I finally dialed 911. I was talking to the dispatcher, and I was so frustrated because she kept asking me all these questions. And at the same time, my other two children, they woke up. They was actually half asleep, so they were trying to get ready for school. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't even want them to get up for school. But anyway, you know, they was distracted, and then they saw their sister in a whole lot of pain, so they was like freaking out. And I'm trying to calm, my children, my other two children down, and then I was actually trying to calm my, check up on my 5-year-old who actually had the seizure. So I know the dispatcher lady, she was like so frustrated because she was asking me all these questions and I was not responding. I was trying to respond the best to my ability, but I couldn't because I was so like a nervous wreck. But anyway, I finally, told her what was going on. To sent the ambulance out to the house. They came in. I was so still, worried about my child, because it was like checking her blood pressure, doing her vitals and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, when's the paramedics going to come? And so I was very happy because the paramedics actually came, and I want to say in about a good 2 minutes. And that's the fastest they ever got over here. But anyway, they came, 2 minutes flat. They was here. They got my daughter. They rushed her to the hospital. They wanted me to ride with them, but I couldn't because I knew that, her fever was actually going to break pretty soon. So I actually, took the car. But I accidentally, on the way going to the hospital, I went to 2 hospitals that was wrong. So I was so frustrated. I was so glad it was nighttime because people couldn't see me screaming. They couldn't see me getting frustrated. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I lost my baby. Oh my gosh. So I was freaking out. And as I'm actually going to the second hospital, because we actually have a hospital down here in Mobile. It's actually called USA. But my baby was at USA Women and Children. But I went to USA Hospital because I was like this nervous wreck. So anyway, I go to USA. They're like, no. I kind of knew something was up because I didn't see the ambulance. I knew the ambulance was supposed to be still there because I just left. I mean, they just left the house. And, the hospital is not that far away from my house. So I was like, you know what? It's a possibility. I'm at the wrong hospital. I went in. Yes, I was at the wrong hospital. So then I go to the second hospital. I know it's on, the street. Like they have two hospitals on the same street. So I went to the first hospital, and I'm like, wait a minute, my baby's not at no mobile infirmary, so this got to be the wrong place. But the weird thing about it is, as I'm going into the hospital, this guy starts flagging me down, and I'm like, I just rolled past him because again, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I did not know he was, and I definitely did not know his intentions. So I just went right past him, and I'm like, oh Lord, maybe somebody will help him. Well, after I see they to one hospital, I do a U-turn. Sorry about the background because my baby, he's like frustrated. And that's the one with autism, so you're gonna probably hear a lot of noise. But anyway, I go immediately, I do a U-turn immediately from the hospital, and then I proceed to leave the hospital, and the same guy who was trying to flag me down, he came close to my car. To leave the light, I let down the window and see, to see what was going on. So, anyways, he was like, "Well, please, take me to the hospital." No, I'm sorry, not take me to the hospital. He was like, "Well, you know, um, my wife is at Providence Hospital, and she was all the way over here." Now, anyone who knows who actually comes to Mobile knows that Providence Hospital is so much further from Spring Hill. So I have no idea why he was way down here. He said that they told him the wrong hospital. So I don't know. But anyways, he was like, please, please, ma'am, could you give me some gas money? And I was like, sir, I can't give you any gas money because I'm actually in the same boat you are. I was like literally almost on E, and I saw him. I'm like, see, look at my needle. I'm like, on E, and he was like, well, can you take me to Government Street? And I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, dude, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're a guy. I seriously don't know what your intentions are, but of course I didn't tell you. I was like, sir, I'm trying to get to my baby. I went to the wrong hospital. He was like, oh, well, the hospital you're trying to get to is like a little bit down the street. I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you. Well, hopefully everything works great for you. Bye. So I went to the hospital, the right one this time. I got to my baby, praise the Lord. By the time I got there, she was responding. She, like I said, she was responding, and she was, blinking her eyes, talking to everybody. So, everything went well. Went there. I think I stayed in the hospital for like an hour and a half because, they had gave us some medicine. They were trying to make sure that her fever broke, but it broke. Praise God. I went home, and that was that. But that was so scary for me because, like I said, I'm used to my children having seizures, but I wasn't used to them not responding. But anyway, you guys, I love you too. And remember, always do something positive because you never know who heart you're touching. I love you too. Have a blessed day. Boo!